Just play the clip, man.
I had women who worked for me on webcam, and we ran a studio. It was a big operation, right? And the dudes with the smallest dicks were obviously the Chinese. And
all right. Did you know, obviously this falls in line with popular stereotypes. And when he's talking about Chinese customers, how does he know they're...
All right. Stereotypes are true though, right? All right, this is going to be Andrew Tate's shocking view on Asians, bro. So let's see if he should be canceled. Let's see if he should not be canceled. I don't know. Let's react together by Fung Bros. 2.17 million subscribers, bro. That's crazy.
Or hate him, Andrew Tate has a lot of thoughts about Chinese people.
the Chinese are fearless, bro.
The Chinese are extremely intelligent.
I'll take that.
China has conquered the entire earth.
In an economic way, yeah.
Have you ever seen a pregnant Chinese lady?
Wait, what?
The dudes with the...
You know what's funny, bro, is I have never heard these remarks about Andrew Tate, and I've watched some of these podcasts, bro. I've never heard these remarks, bro.
Smallest dicks. We're obviously the Chinese. And
all right, you know what? We got to talk about that.
All right, but is it true, though, bro? Is it statistically true, though, all right? That's it. Can we look it up? Is it statistically true or not? Because I'm not gonna lie. I think I looked that up once, like who has the biggest schlong or whatever. And, you know, I'm Ecuadorian, so we was up there, bro. You know, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, Asian countries weren't up there, bro. I'm just gonna keep it real.
Welcome, everybody, to the Hop Hop Boys. David and Andrew here. David, why should we even care at all?
Jesus, so many Andrews nowadays, bro.
What Andrew Tate has to say about Chinese people?
Well, he does have 12 million hits, 12 billion hits on TikTok. And he is sort of this modern, like, throwback masculinity figure on the internet. So it's like, you're not trying to take everything he says as fact, but you are trying to understand why he said it.
Right. So, you know, someone's got to do the work of reacting and analyzing his most infamous quotes about Chinese people.
You see, and that's what we doing. That's what we doing. We reacting and analyzing, bro. We learning. We ahead of the curve, bro. All right. And we doing it together. Shout out to you guys, Fung Bros. I like it. I like the mentality already. Positive mentality, bro. You know these people are W's.
Well, and oddly enough, he only talks about Chinese people.
Somebody said W Sneeko. Yo, Alex Coca. That's a cool name. That's actually a pretty cool name, all right? But I'm not Sneeko, bro. I'm Jesus. W Jesus, bro. Get that shit through your fucking head, bro. God damn it. Don't call me Sneeko, bro. I'd love to actually meet Sneeko one day and have a conversation. That'd be cool, but, you know, I ain't there yet.
Well, it's like a different race outside of white and black people. It's like, so, I don't know. It really always catches me off guard. So let's talk about it, guys. If you guys are excited about this video, please hit that like button right now and check out other episodes of the Hop Pop Boys. Let's get into it.
First clip.
Have you ever seen a pregnant Chinese lady?
what the fuck?
What the hell? What kind of question? What? How does he start with that, bro? Have you ever seen a pregnant? Yo, honestly, I'm gonna be honest though. No, is there a cultural reason for that? But honestly, in my life, my personal experience, nah. Have y'all? Let me know. Have you ever seen a pregnant Chinese lady? Answer that question in the chat. We'll see what we get.
You see what I mean? They're smart, right? So the Chinese, what the Chinese do, what the Chinese do.
Yo, this was the wildest reaction to just the oddest observation ever.
For real,
I cannot
bro.
believe how this is the first time any of these guys had ever thought of a pregnant Asian woman in their entire life before.
Yeah, they were sort of acting like 16-year-old stoners have.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. That's me, bro. I'm gonna be completely 100, bro. That's me, bro. I really reacted like that right now. I've never thought of that. I never seen that or heard of that. That's kind of crazy, bro. But you know what's kind of crazy is what I've realized is that like the Asian people, they're so disconnected from our dumb American way of thinking. They just stick around their own people and they do their own thing. So like, no wonder I really haven't seen that. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Live, will you live in there? Rest in peace.
Like some sort of like mind blown moment.
What, do Asian women just lay eggs, or like how do they just respawn? They're aliens, right? Ah.
I think the truth is this. They both live in areas that are very non-Asian. Miami is about 1%. Romania is 0.2 of 1% Asian. The UK is not very East Asian, at least in terms of like.
You know what's crazy is they got the statistics, bro. They do their homework, bro. They do their homework. I gotta stop clapping my hands. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, they do their homework. People
from the Orient looking type look. And, you know, That coupled with the fact that in East Asian culture, women in the third trimester are generally very much encouraged to stay at home or be sedentary or stay in the house and not be out and about, which is more of a Western thing.
You see, like I said, bro, it's a cultural thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what point Andrew was trying to make with that, but it's like, if I haven't seen it, it's definitely a cultural thing. I'm assuming.
And yeah, obviously, you're just not going to see that many pregnant Chinese women out between living in a place that's 1% Asian and then that culture on top of it. But yeah, I just don't know why it was like that mind-blowing.
Bro, I don't see that many like...
I live in New York, bro. 9 million people, bro. I'm always out every single day, taking the subway, you know, out and about, you know, and so yeah, let me see.
8-month pregnant women out in the city of New York.
You
at
see?
all, like of any, you know, ethnicity, to be honest. And
No. See, that's crazy because I went out the other day and I saw Mexican women, I saw white women, I saw all kinds of women pregnant, bro, having babies, having kids and shit, like little toddlers in like 8 months, bro. I've seen them, literally. I see them every day, but I've never actually seen a Chinese woman 8 months pregnant, which is crazy to me.
how do you know that these people are not Chinese? Because like, are they just referring to all Asians as Chinese? Like, I don't even know.
Me and my brother were eating a kebab in Iraq.
You see, and that's where we sit here and we cross that racial line, bro. We really do cross that racial line right there.
Kebab. You start to hear an AK. What the fuck? We start looking around. Chinese don't even look. They don't even care. They're just sitting there eating their kebab. Yeah, AK. If you're gonna shoot me in the head, shoot me in the head. But if not, I'll go to work tomorrow. They're straight about the money. And this is the third point. The Chinese will go anywhere for cash. If I were to say to you right now, you can make $10,000 a month if you go and live in the Democratic Republic of the Congo in a forest with malaria. Do you want to go? They'll say, no, it ain't worth the money. Whereas a Chinese person's like, yeah, money. Yeah, okay. If there's money, they'll go.
Yo, man.
All right, here's my observation on that, and here's what I think I understand from that. All right, is aren't there a lot? Are a lot of the immigrants that come to America from China, bro? Like, don't they get like, you know what I'm saying? Like, kind of like, you know, isn't a lot of the actually the human sex trafficking women that come here from China for like get into like massage spots, right? I don't know, bro. I don't know. Maybe I'm just bugging, but I'm just drawing lines, bro. I'm drawing
Andrew Tate
lines.
says everything with so much conviction, even when he's like wrong, you know, or just even when the observation is so basic. Listen, there are Chinese people all over the world. There is like 1.4 billion Chinese people globally, if we're talking about the diaspora too. And yes, even 0.2% of them, if they went out and went to like the Middle East to work, yeah, I mean, you're going to see Chinese people everywhere. But to be honest, that whole story about the gunfire, to me, it's just like, yeah, if you just lived in Baghdad, you probably wouldn't be fazed by AKs rattling off, you know, in the distance anyways, because to be honest, that's probably just the environment out there.
Yeah, I mean, long story short, guys, there are a lot of people.
I mean, what is I think the point that Andrew Tate was trying to make in that video was that like Chinese people are a lot more self-disciplined and they're not very quick to react. They like to respond. They're a lot more, you know, chilled and patient. You know, I don't understand the culture like that. I'm not even going to pretend like I do, bro. But that's what I'm getting from what Andrew Tate was trying to say. You know, I don't think he was really going further from that.
In China who really like to work. Like their religion is work and getting paid in exchange for their work. I will say this. Chinese do have a very high tolerance for high risk exposure environments to get a better salary. I think that...
Yeah, see, that's the point I was trying to make earlier, bro. My bad.
That's one thing that not every country has in the world, to be honest, especially people who are concerned with quality of life and day-to-day lifestyle.
Employers can't require people to work 72 hours a week, China's high court says.
Oh, I would say that that's the thing, but I will say this. Basing your whole viewpoint on Chinese people off like international migrants that you meet building infrastructure projects in the Middle East or Africa or Barbados or wherever, that's not necessarily like the whole picture.
Okay, bro. You see, it's like at that point, that's where you just sit here, you try to make everybody understand every single little thing to be politically correct in every single word they're saying. I don't think that was the point of the message in which he was trying to say. Thank you for making that clear for us. I think it's great that you sat here and made that video for that reason. But I don't think y'all should hold any animosity towards him for that. You know what I'm saying? But again, that's your feelings. You can feel however you want.
Oh, and by the way, when it comes to Chinese people being fearless, yeah, the ones who went to Baghdad are fearless. David, you know, we know a lot of like, you know, risk-adverse Chinese people, and you will meet them in America and Canada, okay?
Yeah, I will say this. It is true. I guess what he should have said is amongst a certain class or international class of like migrant worker, they're just willing to put up with like a surprising amount of risk exposure to get a better salary. I would agree with that.
I mean,
Okay, you see that's the politically correct way to say that. Either way, I think we all understood the message of what Andrew Tate was trying to say. If you just have half a brain, bro, I think you would have understood that. And you still agree with that fact, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way in which he said it and the words in which he used is the parts you disagree with. And again, free speech. Go for it, bro.
It's just a very, very broad generalization.
I mean, a lot of people would. I've seen, you know, like Mexican people do things that are like considered dangerous, you know? It's just so he's like, oh, dude, Chinese people, there's so many of them and they just like to work. Mind blown.
Chinese are very, very smart like that. Have you ever seen a Chinese person working for someone who wasn't Chinese?
Bro, now that I think about it,
Now that I think about it, I haven't. No, that's not true. It's like that is such a big generalization because let's be honest, bro. Like Mexicans work for Mexicans, black people work for black people. Everybody likes to be within their own culture and within their own race. They like to group amongst each other. You know, even in New York, even though we're so diverse, holy crap, what's happening, bro? What's happening? Are we fucking losing it? No! Give me back my stream! No, what's happening? Oh my God, thank God we're back sometimes, boys. But I'll freak out every single time, I promise y'all. Yeah, besides that, I don't know what else to say beyond that.
not really.
Yo, it's kind of funny because I was thinking about it, Andrew. Me and you are on YouTube. The majority of our audience overall is Asian, and probably the largest slice of that Asian distribution is probably Chinese American. So I cannot dispute this. Andrew, we are Chinese in some weird way working for Chinese.
That's one way to look at it. I would definitely say, like, when he's talking about Chinese people in this sense, he's clearly referring to like first generation immigrants who probably share a common language and culture and community. So obviously going to work for each other. And these guys are just basing it off of like the shops that they know, like maybe the restaurants or the massage parlors that they see, you know, like, of course, these people all work together because they're all share the same language and like, you know, you build trust in your community. So it honestly just makes a lot of sense because a lot of immigrants do that.
You see, I like these guys. I really do like these guys, bro. They're very well open-minded. They're very thoughtful about what they're saying. They're not triggered. They're not all in their feels. So you know what? W these guys, bro. All right. What are they called again? The Fung Bros? The Fung Bros. Yeah, facts, bro. Honestly, W Take so far. I really enjoy your content. These guys are smart.
And by the way, obviously, when he says Chinese, he's not referring to any sort of second generation, like Americanized Chinese, because we know Asian Americans obviously work for a lot of different companies.
You know what I realized though, man, is that so many people interface with so many different types of Chinese people. Like, let's say, for example, you work in like microchips or the semiconductors, you're going to interface with a lot of Chinese people that have PhDs. But if you live in Miami or Brazil or like the UK or Romania, you're probably going to interface more with like a blue collar, like factory type or like a merchant hand-to-hand type situation. And so everybody's like image of Chinese people is really shaped by like the segment of a gigantic pie that they interface with.
Wait, David, you're saying that the Chinese that are living in Romania aren't the tech Chinese? Aren't the, grad school, educated Chinese? Yeah, I don't know. It's like, it's such a...
It is different. I will say this.
I'm not saying that these Chinese people don't exist. I'm not saying that actually, because I know Tate is clearly an intelligent guy and he's sharp, but
you see, all right, listen, you guys are getting a lot very wordy. A lot of words are coming out of your mouth. All right. It's very simple, bro. All right. He's just basing it. He's talking about his personal experience and observation that he's had. Yes, he's massively generalizing and you're trying to make it all come together, but you're agreeing and then kind of looking for ways to disagree with him. Which is smart, I guess it's really challenging your speech, which is great. But I'm losing what y'all saying, bro. I'm honest.
He's really just basing it off of the Chinese people he just sees in his life, and he doesn't have any Chinese friends. I know that.
Because the Chinese are extremely intelligent, and what the Chinese are, they're like ant people. We all work together for the good of the ant. They're bees. We work together for the good of the hive. Chinese are very, very smart like that. When you have countries like China,
where they're like a beehive. They all work together.
And you know what's so funny, bro? You know what's so funny about that is where is Andrew Tate famous? On what platform? TikTok. Where is he making all his money? From the people that he gets on TikTok, right? From the algorithm on TikTok. And who runs TikTok? The Chinese, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, man. It's smart, bro. You got to give it to Andrew Tate, bro. He knows what he's doing, bro. He's smart as fuck, bro. That's crazy. That's just crazy.
Basically, Andrew Tate had a colorful way of just saying that Chinese have a collectivist mindset. And this is something that like a lot of social scientists have been saying for years.
Well, East Asia in general is way more collectivist, and it's due to Confucianism, and it's due to this, and it's due to that. And the Western world has always been more individualistic. But, you know, to really analyze this, there's so many different charts, and there's social scientists like Hofstede's, you know, global metrics. They've broken down power distance, hierarchy, femininity, masculinity. They got like...
you see right there, they've broken down all these masculinity, femininity. And one of the arguments that I've actually seen from TikTok is that TikTok in China, TikTok promotes labor and work and success and how to actually get things done. The TikTok we see here in America, all Andrew Tate, questioning masculinity, trying to basically put up community guidelines for men that sit here and have their own standards and boundaries, but they let women run free with whatever they want to say. All right, as long as they feel some kind of way, it's okay. It's okay. So TikTok has realized that, hey, we're trying to slowly shape away and take away the last little bit of masculinity you have, and let these feminists just take you right over, bro. Steamroll you right over. So why? So China could come in and make America their bitch. I don't know. Maybe I'm dragging it with that, but that's a lot of the views that I've heard right now.
So many charts. But here's the interesting thing. I will give Andrew Tate props is because he's sort of, and by the way, I'm not saying I agree with him, especially his views on women. I'm just saying.
Oh my God, bro. See, like these guys are so smart, bro. I don't know. I don't know if they've watched his other videos. I guess maybe I could look for those, but you know, he was so careful to be like, no, wait. I don't want to offend y'all. I don't agree with them. Okay. I wonder if they're going to get into that though.
He does make people, a crowd that will never think about the words collectivism and individualism and Hofstede global metrics. Like, I guess he gets their brains to turn a little bit.
Yeah, it's really interesting how Andrew Tate, whenever he talks about Chinese people, apparently he's a Chinese professor. And like people take him, his word, because like his audience is like people who don't really think about Chinese people a lot, in my opinion. I mean, I think some people know something, but really...
I'm going to keep it honest, bro. I don't think anybody that's not Chinese thinks a lot about Chinese people, bro. That's a very general statement you just made right there. You know, black people don't think about Chinese people. You know, I was literally in the mall. Like, I just happened to see so many, I don't even want to say Chinese. I want to say maybe like Asians. I don't really know exactly where they're from. You know, and then when you go to Flushing and Chinatown, bro, there's a lot of Chinese people, bro. They're all there, hoarded together, bro, in Flushing, bro. And Chinatown, bro. They call it Chinatown for a reason, right?
The way he says things is very simplified and entertaining. So, I mean, basically what he's just saying is like, I think if I had to agree in some way, I think it's because like...
Bro, just agree with him, bro. Stop sitting here being like, if I had to agree with him. It's like so hard to sit here and just say, yo, I agree with him. I guess he's... It seems to me like you're a little scared of the backlash, bro.
It's not obvious that a lot of Chinese people are thinking about their own life and like only having fun. They're honestly, it seems like they're thinking about like a multi-generational benefit to their work and setting things up for
just
the next
taking
generations.
the long view on things.
Yeah,
or like
just
really, really long view.
Yeah, just seeing the generational view on things and not just like they're weak.
But honestly, I actually have my own thoughts on this, and it's like really individualism and collectivism, those are the macro trends within each country. But when I analyze like the West on a micro level and like the East, or like specifically China on a micro level, it almost feels like China's more individualistic than America is on a micro level, but on a macro societal.
Wait, what? What argument did you present for Asians to be more individualistic on a micro level, bro? You know, maybe I don't hang around enough Chinese people, bro. But when I go to Chinatown, when I go to Flushing, bro, I'm not gonna lie, y'all kind of repeat and do a lot of the same things, bro. You know what I'm saying? as Americans, at least when you go to Midtown Manhattan, you know, you see a lot of diversity, bro. When you go to Roosevelt, you see a lot of diversity, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just being honest, bro. Like, what do you mean individual on a micro level, bro? Yeah, when I go to Flushing, I see a lot of Chinese people sitting here smoking cigarettes and shit with the same fucking hairstyle and shit like that. Like, I know y'all not all like that, but I'm saying most of the people that I see walking around the street for most of the times that I've been in Flushing, you know, again, personal experience.
And their ability to implement things and then just like go along with those changes, it's more collectivist on a macro level. So even within saying that something is individualistic and one thing is like collectivist, there's like different tiers of what you're seeing at micro, mid, macro. Anyway, moving on.
I was like, are you telling?
Okay, so you're just arguing to argue. That's all he said. That's all he said. Everything he just said, he just tried to explain it in a very, very, very smart way to confuse you. He just said, I agree, but it's hard for me to agree with everything. All right, I'm just arguing to argue. That's all he said.
I mean, we spent all that money blowing this place up, and now the Chinese are just going to rebuild it and get paid. That's what's happening. Because we won't do it because of human rights, sanctions, all this crap.
This is how China's going to conquer the world. It's not going to conquer the world through some big military. People go, oh, China and America are going to have a war. There's not going to be no big war, none of that dumb shit. It's going to be conquer the world fiscally. It's going to be conquering the world financially. It's doing that through investing in foreign and developing markets where no one else is interested. Or the people who are interested are hindered because of international sanctions or hindered by their ability to risk their life for a few dollars profit. And the Chinese don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I mean, what I feel like Andrew Tate did is read like 5 to 10 articles on Reuters about the China and Africa like relations, which there is a lot going on there for sure if you want to read.
So then why don't you just agree with him, bro? Like you're the one backing him up with the actual sources and facts, bro. What do you mean?
Into it. And then he's able to regurgitate it or translate it for an audience that doesn't know anything about what's going on. So now it seems mind-blowing. Like, oh my gosh, Andrew Tate has this like secret knowledge and he's got the inside scoop on what's going on in Africa. No, there are tons of articles written about it. It's just that, you know.
All right, but he's not saying what you just said, though. He's not saying that he's the only one that came up with all this information. He's making an observation and he's putting the pieces together like a puzzle, bro. And then he's sharing that with his audience. And his audience looks at that and yeah, we're like, oh my God, that's facts. That's facts. You know what I'm saying? Look, China's all to Africa, Monster or Messiah is shot. Like, these are all headlines, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all nonsense, bro. We just care. What's the point? What's the point of his message? That's all we really care about.
His crowd probably doesn't read into it, you know? That's not what they're interested in, which I understand because he is a masculine Western male, like, pro-man icon, which that group of people probably...
All right, bro, but is he wrong, bro? All right, if you're going to say a bunch of this nonsense, okay, cool. But is he wrong or right? That's what I want to know, bro. If you're going to try to educate me, is he wrong or right? You just put up a lot of sources that literally just reinforce what he said. So just agree with him, bro. You're like mad scared to agree with him.
Google these things.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're more focused on like what is happening in the immediate like 1 or 2 rings out of just
focus on like getting buff and getting girls.
Yeah, on top of their daily.
That's it, bro. Focus on getting buff and getting the kind of girl that you want, bro. What's wrong with that, bro? That's how we live a happy life, bro. What do you mean? Damn, why is this shit fucking lagging? What the fuck? Come on, let's go. Work. Shit, sometimes when I yell, it works, bro. Let's be honest.
Like whatever this geopolitical stuff is like 7, 8, 9 rings away, depending on, you know, unless they work in import, export or something. I mean, I do think that it does play into his larger message because he kind of has this thing where he's like, we need to restore patriarchy to save the West. And the West is going down to China because we're not doing what China is doing, which is investing in third world countries. We're just blowing up Iraq and China's coming in and rebuilding the infrastructure and getting them.
Boom, you see, now you talking, bro. You sound just like Tate right now because obviously you're agreeing with him, but like, is that wrong or right, bro? Give me the scoop. That's all I want to know. Is he wrong or right from your perspective?
Payment for it. And I mean, what he's saying, there's some truth to it in the sense that over the past 10 years, you could argue that the metrics in America in terms of life expectancy, drug use, certain negative metrics have slid back.
Okay, but these are all facts though. This is not an argument. These are all facts. They have all slid back. A lot of people are saying it. You got Elon Musk sitting here saying it. You've got all the statistics proving it, all right? You've got plastic consumption going up. You've got, you know what I'm saying? Like people are not able to have kids as much as they were having before. Americans are not having 2 or more kids. They're having 1 kid, bro. Look at the stats. You know the stats. I know he does. So is he right or is he wrong though, bro?
and certain metrics, obviously in China, in terms of how people are just happy with like quality of life or whatever, not necessarily freedom or whatever, but that's not necessarily what they value, has went up. So it sort of like plays along with his whole like, if we let wokeness take over, it'll ruin the West and the West can no longer be competitive. But this also plays another part in why the West can't be competitive.
Yeah, I would agree. And it also is weird how he always does talk about how China's going to take over. China's going to.
Okay, but do you guys agree? Or it's like you guys just like to juggle, bro. You like to juggle. I don't want to agree or disagree to anything because I don't want my fans to hate me. You guys aren't concrete with your ideas. And that's what I think your content can improve on, bro, is being concrete. This is my answer. Yes, I agree with him. Yes, I disagree with him. And then here's the in-between. I like the little in-between you're doing, but you're just staying in the in-between. You're not giving it a full opinion of exactly what you think and where you lie. Where do you stand? Agree or disagree? You're saying, yeah, there's some sense of truth to it, so you kind of agree to it. But then you're not stating which part is non-factual.
Take over. And yeah, it's just trying to push his whole message and prove that people need to like go back to the patriarchy that he always preaches to save the Western society.
It's weird though that him and some other
listen. I don't think we need to go back to the way we were before. I think that we can take what we had back then and apply it to the society we live in now, bro. All right. The problem with society right now is that men are expected to be equal to women, right? I can agree to that. I want equality for both of us when it comes to civil and human rights. All right, cool. We've reached that. We got that. Done. Why are we being shamed for having standards? Why are women's standards and boundaries respected, which I respect, all right, and I have to accept as a man, but when I sit here and I have standards and boundaries, I'm a misogynist. That's the problem with America right now, all right? That's it. That's why he's saying, and then basically, we got a declining birth rate. We've got men who are committing suicide. 70% of them are committing suicide. We've got women initiating divorce rates. All right. All these things play into male's masculinity. All right. And you want to talk about American country on the decline? You can contribute to these factors, bro.
Manosphere guys have always said that China's going to take over, but then simultaneously they do sort of make fun of Chinese men specifically.
Which
okay. W point. That's true. We're going to keep it real, bro. That is definitely fucking true. That was a great point.
Brings us to our last quote. Just play the clip, man.
I had women who worked for me on webcam and we ran a studio. It was a big operation, right? And the dudes with the smallest dicks were obviously the Chinese. And
all right. Did you know, obviously this falls in line with popular stereotypes. And when he's talking about Chinese customers, how does he know they're...
All right. Stereotypes are true though, right? Or nah, bro. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna look up some Google statistics real quick, bro.
All Chinese? I don't know. I mean, obviously, I think there's a certain type of guy who would pay a lot of money to talk to these women, whoever these women are that he's employing.
I mean, I've even heard these stereotypes, let's be honest, from like Logan Paul, Joe Rogan, Andrew Schultz. I mean, there's so many people that are popular in this almost like type of like sphere right now. And it's like sort of like these Nemoidians that are really smart, but they're dweeby with small peepees are going to take over the, the galactic empire.
All right, bro. I got the facts right here because these guys are obviously going to just fucking like juggle you around without telling you what the stats are. All right. Worlddata.info. All right. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. They got a little cartoon weird thing going on. But let's look at penis origin size, bro. All right. All the way on the bottom, bro. On the top, what we got? We got Ecuador. Oh, shit, bro. I don't know why Ecuador's up there. That's crazy. You see, bro? Ecuador's up there, bro. Then we got Cameroon, Bolivia, Sudan, Haiti, Senegal, Gambia, Cuba. And then in the very bottom of the list, bro, we've got China, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20th from the bottom of the list, we've got China, bro. Right under the United Kingdom. So I guess True Jordy fits with China, bro. That's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? You got Cambodia on the bottom, Burma, Philippines, Sri Lanka, Hong Kong, Bangladesh, Thailand, Vietnam, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, Iran, Pakistan, Taiwan, Yemen, Romania. Oh, even Romania is on the bottom, bro. All right, you know, Andrew Tate got some explaining to do too, bro. Oh, and we got United States on the bottom here too, bro. That's kind of crazy. All right, but listen, that's the world data, bro. So when he says that, I guess he's not that far off. But yeah, y'all not gonna throw statistics in there, right?
I'm just making a Star Wars reference right here. It's like, it's a really common thing that you see, but then I'm like, oh wait, so you're saying the Chinese guys are dweeby and have small weenies, but they are gonna take over the world.
And especially for masculine.
Yeah, you know what's crazy is that they're gonna take over the world. And listen, I don't shame guys for that, bro. Like, you know, do with what you got, bro. You know what I'm saying? That you can't control that. You know, you got to figure out a way to make that shit work for you. All right. So I respect that, bro. But what was I gonna say? The craziest thing is that, yeah, like us Americans, like, yeah, we look at the Chinese and we sit here and we're like, oh yeah, they're gonna take over the world, but then we shame them for their masculinity. But how do you think they're trying to strip us away from being on top, bro? By taking the way that they look at masculinity and putting it on us. So I guess you could make the argument, bro, that China's the new masculine, bro. You know what I'm saying? Chinese men are the new masculine men, bro. You know, that's the argument that they can make for that. The statistics show.
Macho men like him, you know, penis size is always that one thing that you're trying to use so that you know how to judge the other guy on. Like if he has a small penis,
yeah, exactly. You know, that's true. That's true, bro. And that's why I don't care, bro. I really don't care.
but he's smart and successful, you can always have that on and be like, he got a small peepee, you know, whatever. He's smart or whatever. He does his thing. He's productive, but he got a small peepee. And it's always,
yeah, you see, like, it's always a way to dismiss guys based on their value if he's got a small peepee. And like, you know, at the end of the day, like I said, you got to embrace it. Just like True Jordy got to embrace what he likes. If he likes to be pegged, True Jordy got to embrace that. You got to embrace if you got the small peepee. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is, bro. You know, I don't sit here. I don't look at you any less of a man, bro, if you do have one, bro. All right. It's just this. I understand that society tries to sit here and shame y'all and insult y'all for it. Even men, you know. And listen, we roast each other, bro. You know, so you just got to be comfortable in your own skin because we going to roast you, bro. You know, that's how it is, bro. It is how it is. That's what Andrew Schultz is, bro. We got to roast him. We got to be honest with the stereotypes.
Way to write people off. And he is, I do think him and his crowd kind of low key are writing off whatever productivity Chinese people are doing right now.
No, I would say that's how that.
Oh my God. And if you guys are so offended, blah, 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 blah. But bro, listen, I'm short, bro. I'm short. Ecuadorians are short. You know what I'm saying? What am I going to do? Oh my God, you're making fun of me because I'm short. Oh, I disagree with you because you're making fun of short people. Whatever, bro. I don't care. All right? It's true, bro. It's hard for short guys to get girls. It's true. Embrace it. Don't hate it. Damn. But at the end of the day, we just got to work harder. It is what it is. I don't care.
Entire crowd is writing it off. Like, of course, they see the work. They know that the West, or at least Western Anglo countries, do not want to do that work, or they're restricted from doing it, or just have no interest in it. But they're like, kind of like, I don't want to say they're like downplaying it, but it's sort of like give and take, give and take. A lot of backhanded compliments, and also
a lot of backhanded compliments from the manosphere. Listen, that's how we roast each other. That's how we check each other, bro. Like right now, you know I'm short. I'm not even sitting on nothing, bro. I'm just standing, bro. I'm just let me stand right now. No, I'm joking. Bro, I'm just short. It is what it is. Whatever.
Like straight up dismissive disses. But at the end of the day, you know, I'm not too hurt about it. I just have, you know.
So to wrap it up, why do you think he's only always talking about Chinese people? Like, what is it? Is it because, like, I would have to imagine that in Romania, the only Asians that are there are probably Chinese. Like, I don't imagine a lot of Koreans and Japanese and Vietnamese people in Romania.
I think that it's the only one that's maybe opposing to the West too, that seems like a rival. Like Japan and Korea seem like great places to live, but they pretty much—
Bro, it's really because he's on a big power thing, right? Andrew Tate's really on a big power thing, on a big power struggle about masculinity or whatever. He's trying to make us understand. So obviously he sees these observations. China, Russia, America, right? The biggest countries. We're all trying to fight over who got the bigger schlong. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he's making all these observations, bro. And I think they work for, like you said, I've actually got a lot of perspective from what you guys are saying, honestly. Like, yeah, we don't sit here and think about Asians as much as we probably should. You know, I don't think we should shame them. I don't think we should insult them. But why is that? And it's mostly because you guys want to stay around other Asian people, bro. And it's like, who's gonna hate for that? You know, who's gonna hate for that? But I like the fact that you guys are making this kind of content, so I can sit here and I can understand your perspective. I think that's healthy, bro. That's what we need to do.
Seem like on Team Western, so there's like no point in talking about them, and they're pretty small countries relatively to China. So, I mean, I just think a lot of these people, they like want to analyze what's happening in like a historian type of way, but also they don't want to feel impacted by it in their personal life.
Yeah, also that they want to acknowledge that like this whole China's going to take over economically thing, but it's not going to be a cool takeover. It's not going to be threatening. Like, I'll always be able to beat up every Chinese person I ever met anyways, even if they took over the world.
And probably a pretty large portion of their women will still prefer me over them. But yes, of course, we cannot do what they're doing with the infrastructure projects.
And they'll always joke about it and acknowledge it, but they'll never really do a lot of research into Chinese people. They'll never have a Chinese friend to like bounce these ideas back and forth about. They'll just
You see, and that's why we got you, bro. You present that beautiful, rich middle content that we need to hear and understand, bro.
like, yeah, I read some articles and I saw some Chinese people with my own eyes, and these are the conclusions I came up with.
Long story short, I think two things really.
Yo, you see, that's how we learn, bro. You know, we bounce these ideas, we make some jokes and shit like that. Now we understand your perspective a little better. You didn't give a lot of insight. You really just kind of reinforced what Andrew Tate was saying, though. So, you know, but at least I understand the perspective that you're in and how you guys are viewing the situation. I think it's actually very healthy.
Strike me. I would say that it's always interesting to see these like smart blue collar self-taught philosopher bros like make snap judgments on Chinese people. I remember Logan Paul one time was like, yeah, I noticed a lot of Asian dudes are like kind of feminine, but then they don't really drink cow's milk in Asia. They only drink soy milk. Soy milk produces estrogen. That's why Asian dudes are feminine to me. And
yo, he thought he figured it out.
Yeah, he like,
solved it. He was like, dude, Asian guys, I figured it out. Stop drinking soy.
Yo, but what if that's the truth, though, bro? What if that's the truth, bro? What if that's the truth? Can y'all make a, yo, this is not true, a factor cap video?
Milk.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, trust me. It's like, it's because we got to all get along with each other. I think that, you know, the smart bro, quick snap judgments is one thing that always like strikes me as like hilarious because the, you know, the conviction that they say that they know everything with, even though I get where they're coming from because they're just making a quick read based on like a generalization that sounds like true-ish. That's why it goes viral. Number two, I will say this, Andrew, sample size. If you never got the reps and the reps are not like distributed all across the plot chart, you do not have a full accurate assessment.
But do you have the full accurate assessment, bro? Because you haven't presented anything on the other side saying that's disproving what he's saying. So like, it's like, take your own advice, bro. Like for real, take your own advice. You're giving yourself the advice. Here's the self-awareness that you need, bro. You got it, bro. You got it.
Have a read of what you're looking at. It's a little bit like the eight blind wise men, Andrew, who are taught to say, yo, go feel up this elephant and tell me what an elephant is. And one guy's like, yeah, it's just a big floppy ear. And one guy's like, I don't know, it's just like a tusk. And the other guy's like, I don't know, it's just a heavy foot. They're all wise men, so they have good brains, or quick brains at least, but they're just like, they don't have the full picture. And last but not least, I will say when it comes to
nobody, you know, and the point of this is just you're just arguing to argue. Nobody has a full picture. Nobody's ever gonna have the full picture because if you act and decide like you have the full picture, kind of like Andrew Tate does, you know what I'm saying? Then you're gonna stop learning. But I think that I know that Andrew Tate makes himself look like he has the full picture because people are attracted to that kind of confidence. He knows what to do with your attention. I don't know where he's leading you down the path. And that's why I'm a person that thinks for myself. All right.
At least as far as like the things that China's doing in the world, it's kind of viewed like the Spurs, like the Tim Duncan, Ginobili, Tony Parker Spurs that was winning championships. It just would like seem so unappealing and boring and like workman-like. It wasn't like the Showtime Lakers with Magic Johnson and Kareem and James Worthy, but it almost feels like right now that the West is almost picking like the Showtime Clippers, like Lob City, where they have all the highlights, but they
all right, he's using basketball analogies, bro. I lost him.
Rather run it that way than like become like the Spurs, because like the China plan is like the Spurs boring, no highlight basketball.
And that's why everybody wants to be the Warriors.
Right.
Because it looks like they got both.
Bro, so what are y'all saying, bro? Be American? I'm so confused, bro. Be American or be Chinese?
Wait, it's just that Andrew Tate is this like kickboxer who's rich that now lives like a drug lord in a foreign country. And it's, a lot of guys find it really appealing. So anytime he says,
you know what's appealing about it, bro? Because we've obviously seen these scammers, these multimillionaires who just post up Lamborghinis and shit like that on the thing with no substance to provide, just trying to take your money just for the shits and giggles, bro. At the very least, like I said, dude is educating people and making them understand their masculinity, bro. And the Fresh and Fit podcast takes another layer to that and actually makes us understand what women actually want and why women are so close-minded, or most women are close-minded, all right? But not all of them are. We know this. We're aware of all these things. But because Andrew Tate is able to back up all the things he's been doing for the past, honestly, like 10, 15 years, bro, you know, we can sit here and we can study him and we can analyze and break things down and still understand that he's a solid dude. And that's why I can sit here and say I agree with him on the things that I watch, bro. So I make him public.
anything that is new to them or some new information, people are like mind blown and they're like, dude, you know that? Wow, you're like so smart, you know? And he is intelligent. He reads like articles and stuff like that. I don't think he really has time to read books, but you know, at the end of the day, like he's just this great translator, just taking this information from these articles and giving it to an audience that sees him like an aspirational prophet almost, you know? It's very interesting. And then also I think for a lot of people out there wondering like,
you know, what's interesting is that you literally do the same thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know you're not saying you're not, but you're doing the same thing. So I don't think it's interesting. You understand what he's doing. You know very well because you're doing the same exact thing. You read the articles. I don't even know if you read the articles, but you're sharing your perspective on the internet for other people to see, right? And other people are not going to sit here and actually do the research. I'm not going to sit here and look up all those articles. I'm just going to take your word for it, bro.
Hey guys, why should we even care what Andrew Tate or any of these guys think about Asian guys and Chinese people at all? Like, who cares about these guys? And I think it's because I don't want to live in a bubble, you know? Like, these people are very much the voices of a lot of Americans, a lot of Western men, and a lot of men globally. Like,
low key though, low key.
Yeah.
Low key, but he's high key.
Dude, these guys, like a lot of men listen to these guys. You know, so you have a friend that actually low-key likes Andrew Tate and what he said.
Nah. Let's be honest at this point, bro. At this point, we all have to be honest with ourselves, bro. Most men, I dare say, all men that are not white knighting, bro, they agree with Andrew Tate, bro. Let's just be honest, bro. Let's be honest, bro. Most men, when they actually sit down and listen to what he's saying, they're like, yo, he's right. Why is he right, bro? Because he's put a lot of thought and effort into what he's saying, bro. Damn, the dude is epitome of success. What can we say?
Like, for sure.
And agrees with like maybe like 75%.
Yeah, to be honest, you do. So I'm saying when he's speaking about our people, something so specific, Chinese people specifically, I'm like, we got to know what he's saying. And we got to be able to understand where he's short-sighted in his perspective.
W. Like I said, these men are smart. They're actually very, very smart, very intuitive, very self-aware.
You know, that's just more power to us to recognize that, you know, no, he's not the smartest guy. And while maybe some of what he has said is true, a lot of it's not, or a lot of it's uninformed, you know? So all
right, look, this right here coming from AVX. Most Asian people stay in their own group. As Chinese myself, I would say most of Chinese men have to polish our social skills to seriously level up. And bro, that exact advice that you're giving Chinese men, bro, is the same advice we all need to give ourselves, bro. We all need to level up socially, bro. Every single one of us. We want to get a girl. Guess what? You got to learn to have a good tone. You got to learn to really, really get your points across. You got to understand what you want, how you feel, how you're able to tell your own story to them and make them invest their time in you the same way you're investing your time in them, bro. All right? We all need to level up our social skills. We can't just have dismissive, argumentative people, bro, all right? You know, like there's so many girls on Instagram nowadays sitting here literally throwing like, yo, if he follows Andrew Tate, he's ugly, or I don't like him. He's a terrible human being. He's a misogynist. It's like, all right. And then, you know, you sit here in your post, I'm like, you know, why do you think that? What's he said? Oh, because I feel like it. Well, do you think that maybe you could be interpreting it incorrectly, or what's your stance on it? No, I just feel like it. We just feel like that. That's it. We just feel like it. You know, again, you can't get through people's heads like that, bro. There's just no way. They're just ignorant, dumb people, bro. All right? And most women are unfortunately, they're falling into this category, bro. Try talking to them. Try talking to them about Andrew Tate. You yourself have your own personal experience with it. That's how you level up socially. Don't sit here and yell it at them, obviously. Don't insult them, all right? But just be like, yo, here, watch this clip. You know, do you agree? Do you disagree? If they immediately get triggered and don't want to talk about it and they turn around like, no, you're a misogynist. Those are the people you want to hang around with, bro. Get rid of those people. They're dumb as fuck. I'm sorry. They're just dumb because they don't want to listen to you. If you sit here and you actually try to have a conversation with those people and they just keep going like this, no, they're dumb. They're just dumb.
I think it's just important for Asians and Chinese people to just know, you know, and that's why we broke it down.
I mean, do I agree with Andrew Tate? No.
Dude just said, I agree with 75% of what he said. And he's like, no. Be careful with your words, bro. You said that earlier. Be careful with your own words.
On a lot of issues, we just broke down, you know, why he was wrong or like partially wrong.
No. You didn't break down any part of what he's wrong, bro. You reinforced a lot of the things that he said, and you made him look a lot more right than wrong. Let's be honest. There were very few little nuances in those perspectives in I guess an everyday person's Chinese person. But you said you can't have the full picture. You don't live in every single Chinese man's shoes or woman's shoes either. So you don't have the full picture either. So which parts did you prove wrong? Nothing.
Some of these issues are completely, but I do think it's important to understand, like you said, why he's so popular, because like Western men made him like one of the most viewed people in the world last month.
And so are you. You're a part of that, bro. You're a part of that when you have 33,000 views on this video posted about a day ago and you have 2.17 million followers, bro.
Just one guy, like, just saying things in a passionate way, whether he's like fully knows what he's talking about or not. People love it.
All right, everybody, we're going to end it right there.
All right, that's great. All right, cool. So that was a great video. What y'all think? W or L? All right. If you are not subscribed, ladies and gentlemen, yo, don't bother subscribing if I haven't provided you with any value, right? All right. If you can't take anything I just said in this entire video and apply it to your life, don't subscribe to me. Don't bother. Go away. Bye.